About a year ago, I restored a beautiful Atlas drill press, and I struggled because I didn't really have the right tools for the job. I used my drill with some cheap brush attachments and couldn't get into the small grooves very well. And just recently, I restored the Craftsman vise with the same issues. I had a leftover piece from the RV ramp and decided to use that as a rack. So I decided to correct this problem. I got a die grinder. I took a utility wall hook and decided to use that as the holder. With the addition of the new tool, I found myself wanting to give it and some new attachments a home. I took it over to the Evolution saw and first cut it to size. I need to size enough space on the angled steel to weld the holder. I marked the space I needed and I used the Craftsman to hold the angled steel. I took my cutoff wheel to cut the gap. After the gap was cut, I used my grinding wheel to smooth any rough edges and burrs. I wanted to check the spacing for the holder, and it was good. I also wanted to clean up the area where I was going to weld the holder on. I also cleaned up the holder a bit. Before I weld the holder, I need to drill all the accessory holes as well as the mounting holes for the wall. So I sized the layout up and marked the spaces and holes with my acrylic pen. I started by punching all the accessory holes. Then fired up the old Atlas and went to work. After drilling the holes, I gave a small chamfer to all the holes. It was now time to weld the holder on. I gave a couple of tacks and finished up the welds. After that, I taped the holder off camera and painted the top and the front of the rack. I let the paint cure and peeled off the tape. I then mounted the rack into some studs next to my angle grinder rack. I also painted some flat magnets and placed them underneath the top of the rack next to the holder for the grinder's wrenches. I want to take this moment to give a shout out to Benchmark Abrasives and their awesome products that they make for die grinders. They have an awesome assortment of double cut burrs, end brushes, and wire wheels. I highly recommend them. I posted links below to all the products that I used in this episode. Be sure to check them out. These are going to come in handy for the next restores. I'm really excited about how the shop organization is improving and can't wait to start the next project. So far, so good. The metalworking side of my workshop is coming along. Well, I really appreciate you tuning in and watching this episode. Please like and subscribe and remember to tell a friend about this. Until the next time, have a great day.